And Zoe says, "This is a fight. No rules." He comes in, he fakes a right-hander and uppercuts you.
I go into a barbarian rage. I wonder if my teammates could possibly assist me in some way.
I go to Leviticus and I'm like,
Yeah, okay.
you have your signal to go for.
So we're gonna roll for initiative again on this
Yeah.
one. Okay, so Leviticus, you get first shot at this.
So we're trying to neutralize this guy.
If you want to, yeah. I mean, you're kind of jumping in between this guy and Gonad.
So my intention is to pull out my short sword and point it at this guy's throat, looking him dead in the eyes, threateningly, and like, listen, dude, you move, and you're walking straight into the tip of my short sword. What's your move now, dude? And I try to do it so it's faster than anybody can see it happen.
Okay, so you pull your sword out. Go ahead and roll for intimidation.
Okay.
He kind of chuckles at you, and he says, "I got one of those too," and he pulls out a sword himself.
Shit. I wasn't counting on that.
So now he's armed, no longer disarmed.
I'm bribing him.
Is still my move?
Yeah. If you want to attack him, you can. If not,
Did we get our money for this fight yet?
No.
no.
The fight's not over, dude. But yeah, you can attack him now, Matthew.
Start punching, man. We'll get it. We'll get it taken care of.
All right. So I do a front somersault over his head and try to get behind him, and then I kind of do a martial arts move where I kick his feet out from under him and try to get him on the ground on his back.
Okay, so roll for acrobatics. We'll see if you can actually jump over him.
All right.
You easily jump over him.
Nice.
Wow.
He stumbles forward because he goes to move at you, and you jump over him, kind of pushing him forward. So he kind of stumbles forward.
Yeah. Part of what I was, and also what I said before, in addition to the jumping over him, is so now I'm behind him, and I kind of drop to the floor and do a sweeping kick to sweep his legs out from under him to try to get him on the ground.
Right, okay. So because he rolled a 1, I'm just going to say I'm going to give it to you. You're able to trip him, and he falls flat on his face.
Awesome.
Go ahead and take a bonus attack, Matt, if you want.
Yeah.
So I do I jump in the air and I fall on the back of his neck, with my elbow.
Okay. Are you trying to knock him out? Or are you trying to dislocate his neck?
I'm trying to make it so this guy is still alive, but is not going to be able to move for who knows when.
You very easily pinpoint with your monk training the nerve in his spine, and your elbow goes right down on, and you hear him go.
So instead of the Vulcan neck pinch, it's the Wood Elf neck elbow.
Yeah. That's the final. That's the fatality of my people.
So that ends your turn, and now it's his turn, and he cries out, I can't move. I can't move. And he begins to weep. And then it's this guy's turn. He's kind of upside down, and he sees this big half-orc running at him, and he kind of flips over, and he's like, I'm done. It is your turn, Folin.
Does it look like there's any other challengers about to jump in?
No.
I will hold my action to firebolt the next NPC that tries to jump in the ring.
Okay. All right, so go Nad Blighter, your turn. What
Uh,
do you the guy in front of you is going? I'm done. I'm done.
all right, I infer that since everyone that has attacked us so far is wearing red, that every other person on the match in the ring is wearing red. Like a bull, I am threatened by all the people wearing red. And I realize that I'm surrounded by enemies. So
Go, Nad. Down, boy. Down. Down.
But I'm like confused. I'm like, he might be right.
I don't hear Folon's cries.
Well, you got to remember, John, behind you. You got to remember, behind you. If you step backward, there's a guy who's flat on his face behind you.
I'm with you. So, in order to, let's see here, I tell Leviticus, hey, watch your back. Though I don't trust those red shirt assholes. And and then I try to put this guy out of commission. The guy up against the wall. I attack him.
He's already going like this, so you're gonna attack him while he goes like this.
He's yielded, man. He's yielded.
Yield.
The guy against the wall is yielded.
Yeah, he's like, I yield. I'm done, man. I'm done, because he sees you coming at him.
Oh, I didn't know he was yielding.
Yeah.
I don't notice that he's yielding, and I stay, and because I'm standing in front of the crowd, I don't think anybody else knows.
They can't really see what he's doing.
Yeah.
I go in for the gut punch just as hard as possible,
Okay. Go ahead and roll to.
directly in through his entire body.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
All right, rolling to hit.
Jesus.
Yep, that'd do it.
The guy's going, I quit, and you grab him by his shirt, and you just start to pound him in the stomach, and he's like, I quit. Oh. He starts to puke up
Awesome.
your arm that you're holding his shirt with.
Yeah, if he was gonna try to betray me or surprise me again, he's not gonna be able to do it anymore.
Probably smart.
All right, we're done with initiative for now. You continue to beat him, and these two patrons kind of like back up.
No, not gonna. Nope.
They don't want to get blood on their shoes.
Yeah, they're kind of, especially this noble. This noble is watching and going like, "Oh yeah!" Like, fuck that. And then this other guy is gonna like, "No, I'm good.
All right.
Zoe yells to the crowd, That's it. Match over. Match is over.
Okay, I stopped pounding the guy in the stomach.
Okay.
However, I do walk over here and I again infer that he is a threat, and I take a swing at this guy right here.
Are you sure you want to swing at that?
No, I guess I don't do that.
You could try and intimidate everybody. Roll for an intimidation.
Yeah, you could just like walk the line and just like get in their faces.
Yeah,
and,
like mean mug them.
yeah.
Well, rolled for an
So you stand up, John. You stand up and you're like, yeah, I'm the best. And you're like trying to mean mug people while like all this puke is down your arm, and everyone's just like disgusted.
More disgusted than intimidated.
Yeah, disgusted by the puke, and
They do probably back up, but not for the reason you intend.
Yeah, it's just they don't like the smell.
I assume that everyone's terrified and in awe of my greatness.
Okay, so the crowd starts to like talk between each other, and then some of the nobles start to crowd around to get their earnings, and then you hear.
I'm right there by the bookie with my hand out like this.
Yeah, same. I also am, because I also put a wager down.
Got to move your character.
I mean, we get paid for winning the matches. You get payout, Matt, for you and John get payout for bets.
Right.
So Zoe looks at everybody and looks at the bookkeeper, and the bookkeeper, everyone's surrounding the bookkeeper. the bookkeeper starts to say, whoa, there's interference. This round doesn't count. This match doesn't count. Interference. And he starts to say, bets are no good.
What?
I am going to roll an intimidation again.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna use. Can I assist him to give him advantage?
Yeah.
I want to use. I'm gonna shoot a firebolt. So here's his.
Okay, remember, this world, you need a license to use magic.
This is the slums, man. Nobody
Okay,
cares.
all right.
Wait. I also have persuasion, right?
Yeah.
Can I use that?
Well, let's let these guys do this first, and then you can try persuasion.
Okay.
If it doesn't
So
work.
right.
on the table is his book, right? Is his bookkeeping
Yeah.
and all of that.
Holding it in his hand. It's not.
I fire off a firebolt into the ground right next to where his entire business is recorded on paper,
Okay.
and I just give him a look. I don't say anything. I just give
Okay.
him, and I'll use that to help John with his intimidation.
Okay. So he goes, oh, okay, whoa, hang on, easy, guys, easy. And Zoe kind of looks at him as like, come on, man, they fought for that. And he's like, all right, fine. And he's like, let me tally it up. And he looks at you guys, and so he goes, who's Leviticus?
And I say, that's me.
Okay. He goes, all right, your initial bet, 10 silver. He hands you the 10 silver back. And he goes, your
Nice.
earnings, 5 silver. Here you go.
Thank you. Very kindly, sir.
He goes,
Thanks for reconsidering.
he goes, where's the fighter at?
That's me.
That's me.
He turns around and he goes, okay, here's your 1 gold and your 9 silver back. And he goes, and here's another 20 silver.
Nice. I say, ballin'.
Right, so how much do I end up with then at the end?
So you end up with 15 silver in total.
Right. Cool.
And you wrote down yours, right, John?
Yes, I've got it.
Okay. He starts to talk to the other nobles, and he starts to give out their wagers and everything that they won. And they're all satisfied.
Did Folon get his money?
He does,
We just put down the entrance fee. We haven't got the actual fight money yet. We've just got the bets back.
Okay.
We should still be getting a payout for the actual fight. I
yeah,
think.
so that's what you guys are waiting on right now. It's the actual.
Hey, where is the bookie walking away?
No, he's right here. He's right here. He's right here. These are the nobles who are getting paid out. They're all leaving.
Down, boy, down, damn.
I stand in a ways as to surround the bookie.
Okay, all right. He's like, you can see him starting to sweat a little bit. And he's like, hang on. And he looks over at Zoe, and he was like, this is what I pay you for, Zoe. Keep these assholes out of my face. As he's like starting to like do the numbers. Anyone want to say anything to that, or?
Nope.
I'm
Just
like,
staring
well,
at him.
I don't know.
Well, it just a second ago, it sounded like you weren't even gonna pay us. So it seems like this is within reason, sir.
Zoe sits on the edge of the table right there. It's like kicking her legs, and she's like, pay them up. Just like,
It doesn't even care.
like she's enjoying all of it. Everything that's happened so far tonight, she loves every minute of it. So he totals up all the numbers, and he you can tell that like he doesn't want to give this up. You can tell he doesn't want to. And he goes, all right, after looking over all the bets, he's like, I owe you guys 150 gold.
Oh, that worked out well.
And he's like, you can tell that he's a little like
This
shifty.
is gonna put him in the negative for a week or two.
Well, yeah, like he's a little shifty, and you can tell that he's holding something back from you guys.
So
Is that
I perceive this, and I kind of like get Gonad Bladder's attention. I'm like, I'm like, all right, are you sure that's everything? This guy, and
I hold out my hand and I'm like, let me see the books.
So Matt, go ahead and roll perception.
yeah.
Perception?
Yeah, I mean he's trying to persuade him like this is all that we have, right?
Persuasion.
Or
Yeah,
persuasion. Sorry, persuasion. Did I say perception?
Because I said I perceived that he's not quite
And I
being
was like, oh,
totally truthful. And so yeah, so I'm talking about persuasion. Like, all right, man. So it's persuasion I'm clicking.
yeah, persuasion.
Nice.
He's like, oh, okay, all right, and he hands you the book, and then hands you 150 silver, Matt, or gold, 150 gold.
Perfect.
And as you're looking over it, he was planning on stiffing you guys right around 100. Right around 100 gold, like 80 gold in total.
Great.
So you
Great.
guys get that 80 gold additional.
Awesome. So hopefully that covers the juice.
And
That's 230 gold in total that you guys.
perhaps a little bit for us who, deigns to help you with your little problem.
Yeah. Right. Yes. Exactly. Yes. This was a lot of trouble.
You
So
guys are squeezing me dry. I can't do anything more. And Zoe looks at him and goes, "You better pay boss first, before you give any of these assholes anything more." And he hands her a bag of gold, without even he already had it set off to the side. Yeah, it was already set off to the side. Hands it off.
Great. Great.
And he's like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. He picks up all of his books and the remaining gold that he has, or the remaining bags of either gold, silver, copper, whatever it is.
Very small bags.
Yes, and he squeezes by you guys. And as he's leaving, he's like, Zoe, you better talk to your boss about this shit. And then he leaves.
So who you said 230 is what we walked out with?
You got a total of 230 gold.
All right, so I'm adding that to mine.
You're going to
I
add,
think that's okay for now.
yeah, you can add it to yours right now.
We'll see how much. So we know we need 150 to pay off the store at the very least.
Yeah.
And then once we pay out the interest, we'll split what's left.
Yeah. That sounds like a reasonable deal.
Yeah.
Gonad Blighter's not sure about all this.
It's okay. It's okay. I just go, it's okay. Just pat him on the head. Just.
You did, and I look at him like, hey man, you did great. You did awesome, man. You helped us out with our situation.
Okay.
I look at Zoe and I say, well, I think we might have found a new calling for our Mr. Blighter here.
Yeah.
Let us know if you have any further jobs that spring up in this vein of pursuit, if you would.
Yeah. Good call, Starfield.
As you guys are talking, somebody that you hadn't noticed before is standing in the doorway, and Zoe kind of turns and looks at him, and he kind of nods at her, and then disappears back into the tavern.
I pull out my sword. I'm like, what the heck?
Zoe turns back to you guys and goes, all right, boss likes it. Boss says you guys are good. She says, we've got more fights coming up if you're interested. I also have some other work if you guys are interested in that. Lots of stuff that we can move through the city.
Any group fights?
Oh yeah, we do that from time to time, she mentions. They're not very common.
Now again, I want to make it clear. You don't need a lot of heat. So street fights and brawls and maybe some shaking down store owners for protection money or whatever the hell it is you guys do. But we have limits.
Oh, okay, all right.
I am new in town. I do not need the heat. I've seen the way the magistrate treats everyone, and that's just in the market. I don't want to be involved with the local guard or anybody else any more than I need to.
He goes, oh yeah, understood. That's the same thing for everybody. She's like, yeah, totally understand. She's like, all right, well, I'll be in touch with Verge, and I'll let him know if there's any new things coming, new missions or not missions. She says, any new fights or anything that we could use your guys' help with.
Excellent.
With that, she heads back into the tavern and starts to drink.
So at this point, when they're alone, right, the three of us, Leviticus, Gonad, and myself,
Yeah.
you finally see like a little bit of a crack in Folan's demeanor, and he's like, "I really want to go take a bath. Leave now, please."
Gonad Blighter is also hungry and sleepy and metaphorically prepared to sleep for a whole week.
I am going
Back
to.
again
I
the same time next week.
I can just smell it on me. Like I'm going to smell like the slums for days. I can tell.
I'm kind of stoic, and I'm just kind of hanging back, like, but I'm looking really kind of like achy. I'm like rubbing my neck and just like I'm with these guys.
All right, so you guys decide that that's it for this area, and you guys head back to the shop. Is that what you guys want to do?
I ask Folon and Leviticus. I say,
So, do either of you have kids? I hear it's just the most magical thing. Have a family.
No,
Perhaps
Nad,
in a few hundred years.
yeah, Nad, not right now. It's a little early in a wood elf's life to have kids at the age of 200. Maybe at the age of 35.
I've just basically just barely moved out of my parents' basement myself.
You just haven't found the right wood elf. High elf.
But yeah, going ahead, Blighter. I think you'd be a great dad.
Yes. Gonad Blighter would like to have many pups one day. As long as I find strong woman.
I just pat him on the head. It's okay. Let's
Pat him on the
get
back.
you home, buddy. It's okay.
Right, like either side of him, like you're gonna be great, buddy.
You think Gonad Blighter be a good father?
Sure. Just make sure you try not to step on him.
Try not to step on them.
I do. I think I would not eat all of them.
All right.
Yeah.
Going back to the shop.
Yeah.
Right.
So you guys head back to the shop.
And or the magistrate.
the shop.
Okay, so you guys head back to the shop, and it's late. It's really late at night. So just going to move you guys over there.
Boom.
So it's late at night. All the shops are closed. Everybody in the area is kind of gone, and you guys roll up into the shop. And Verge is he's kind of like sitting back behind the counter, just like you can tell Leviticus that he's just beside himself. The fact that he had to put you guys in that kind of situation, and had to ask for additional help from you.
Completely oblivious to social norms, I scour the building for food.
You find it. It's right in that area.
Okay.
You picked the pantry. Congratulations.
I devour until I am full.
Okay. And Verge looks up and sees you all come in, and he goes, "How did it go? I'm so sorry. You guys had to deal with going to make that kind of money. Like, what happened?"
I don't say anything. I just reach into my inventory and I dump out all the money onto the store counter that's right in front of him, and I wait to see his reaction.
His eyes light up, and you see a glow on his face. And then he looks over at you, and his face turns from like a happy glow to just shame.
Oh, and I'm like, hey man, you're doing your best, and this is what family's about. This is you've helped me. I'm glad I was able to help you in your time of need. And thanks, but it wasn't just me. It was thanks to our acquaintances here.
Oh, I
my
would dare say we're
gods.
friends now after tonight.
Oh
Yeah.
my gods, get a room already.
My gods.
Verg begins to cry, and he hugs you again, getting your other shoulder drenched.
Yeah, I reach over.
Finally dried, but now it's
Yeah, I reach over to Gonad Blighter and pull him in. I reach over to Starfield and pull them in. I'm like hugging all of them.
You just get a hand.
So everyone's doing a group hug.
Except for Folan.
Yeah, except for Fallen.
I use my bare arms and giant chest to get over at Folan, and I grab Folan.
Folan will resignedly accept the bear hug.
He's just like, ugh.
I accidentally get blood all over Folan.
Yeah. You got yourself into a very deep hole that we were able, thankfully, to pull you out of with little to no risk, but we cannot expect that to happen again.
The government official is blatantly taking 10 gold and putting them in his pocket.
I slam my fist against the wall.
Cut the freaking crap!
More guards enter into the location.
I pull out my sword and I'm startled. I'm ready to fight.
Everybody just throws tons of cash at me.
Yeah, tons of copper.
Like and subscribe. Find out what happened last time. Check out what happens next. We stream on Twitch. Links down below.